Hello, everybody. My name is Socorro. Thank you for joining me today. So, uh, I've been getting lots of messages about me, I guess, updating myself or whatever. Um, and I'm going to give you a reason. So, um, before I started this journey, when I started this journey, I got sick and I couldn't walk, get dressed, comb my hair, tie my shoes, even wear a bra sometimes because I wasn't able to to hook it, with my arms. But uh, I went through like a whole year of where I was in and out of basically being paralyzed. My body, my limbs were giving out on me, and I needed surgery in my neck so they could put rods in my neck because I had lost the cushion between my vertebrae. Right. Anyway, so I was ill for like all of 2019, and then in 2020 I started to get a little bit better, right? And then when I got a little bit better, uh, COVID hit, and right before COVID hit, like 2 days before the actual lockdown, I had backed up into a pole and broke my front tooth, and I have videos on that on Dare to Be Me too. Um, I took out my tooth, uh, and the tooth took forever because of COVID and everything. It was like almost a year before I was able to get the my tooth back in, and now it's a veneer, but I'm not that proud of it. I wasn't very happy with it, but during this time, I had to sit because basically I wasn't able to move around, and this sort of kind of changed my whole get down, because I'm usually a very speedy person, you know, and everybody's gonna say, oh, 'cause she uses drugs. Yes, I did use drugs. I did use drugs, but even on the natch, I was always a person multitasking and doing everything quickly, efficiently, and this and that, And anyway, so during this time, it just not just you know the illness was not just in my body. It was also because I was how would I say um, I was basically starting my purification process. I had asked God to expand my territory and let me lead more people to Him, and and then so when this journey started and stuff, like when I was sick, I got a message from God, and I knew that message was from God, but I hadn't done nothing about it. Like, because I was saying at the time I was homeless, living in a trailer out in the middle of an orchard, and I physically, my jobs were all physical because I had been in trouble, and because I had been in jail and in prison and stuff, I couldn't get good jobs. So I started doing physical work, like manual labor, right? And so I was always in good shape. I used to be a karate instructor in my younger years, and that was part of my business. But when I left my kid's dad, I had to leave it behind because he wasn't going to leave, and whatever. And, I had my reasons, but I ended up leaving that behind, and that was a big part of my life. From the age of 14, and until I was like 20 something years old. But in the meantime, um, um, like because I couldn't put makeup on because I couldn't, use my arms and stuff. I just got out of like taking care of myself, and like I said, I was homeless, and then even did when I did get a place, it was hard for me to even want to go out or anything because, like I said, I was really low on funds. The reason how I got a place was through my HIV. These people had given me HIV on purpose to hurt me, to whatever their reason was, and anyway, it like the Bible says, it turned out to be a blessing, because I had HIV, I was able to get housing, and I was able to get housed and everything, and that started me into a path where I could rest and I could kind of relax and really heal because I hadn't given because my life was so upside down. I didn't I couldn't heal properly, you know. And at the time, I was barely using drugs. You know, when I was homeless, I used to use drugs to stay awake and to stay alert at night because that's when everybody would get robbed or the stuff that happens. But so this is why I sort of kind of let myself go, and then now, years later, um, I don't really have an excuse. It was just me getting out of, just trying to get money so I can get by. And now that I got the money, I finally ended up getting some money, which was my monthly benefits for Social Security. Uh, you know, I started buying stuff, clothes and makeup and all this stuff, but I soon realized that all that stuff I didn't even get to wear. I didn't even get to try it on, some of them, you know. I mean, and I had, really went out and spent some money on myself, but all of it was gone in a matter of 2 days. I think I wore like two outfits out of like almost $600 of shopping that I did. And this really um, this is when I started getting kind of angry and stuff because I thought, okay, you guys took, the first money they paid me, and I'm not making a big deal about it because like I knew what goes around comes around, but still, you know, and everybody thinks, oh, it's no big deal. Just ignore them. Just ignore them. It's hard to ignore them. Everything that I do, I mean, I cook, I go into my cabinet, food's gone, you know, okay, then I go to take a shower and oh, I don't have no more razors. I just bought razors. I didn't even use the first one, razors gone. Okay, then I go start to write, and the writing that I was doing gone, you know. Well, let's see what I have to do tomorrow. Try to get my address book gone, and this is how it's been going for like 2 years. And I know everybody has their opinions about me. And, like when I hear the tarot channels and stuff, the tarot readers, you know, they act like I'm some crazy ass bitch or whatever. And, I don't know, just the whole vibe of it, I sort of kind of stopped watching tarot because of all this stuff, and anyway, so I've been getting messages from my angels that I need to upgrade myself, and address myself, as a business person or whatever, like how would I say, and basically just be functional, because like I said, I hadn't been functional for a long time, and it's hard for me to get back in the groove. My body still hurts. Some days I can't even sleep because I'm getting cramps all night, and other times my since winter came, it's been hard. My hands are have like how do I say, like when your joints come up, like like from arthritis. Yeah. And so it's very painful. And, you know, and some days I don't feel like going walking. Some days I don't even feel like taking care of myself, like, cooking, whatever, And then I started to find out that these people were doing not just black magic, like to mess up my stuff, but like glamour spells and um, just a lot of stuff, And I really don't even like talking about those people because I don't want to give them any kind of glory in my life. You know, um, I keep saying, how am I going to write? How am I going to tell my story without glorifying these people? Because it seems like um, everybody starts to glorify them. And it's because my twin flame, he is a handsome guy, you know what I mean? And as everybody knows, he's a player or whatever, and he does tattoos, right? And I'll be watching tarot, and all of a sudden, like the girls will be sporting a tattoo. I mean, like, you know, uh, putting on camera, like basically, like, oh, look at me, look at what I got. You know what I mean? And I know that basically he's already infiltrated them or whatever, and so I would just, well, I guess that tarot reader's out, that tarot reader's out, and sometimes they do it really undercover, like, oh, this and this and this, but this, and anyway, so I felt like it was sort of kind of biased for a while, and I have certain readers that I listen to that give me straight messages, not interference messages, because I know people were playing with my energy and stuff, and I know I'm being judged and everything by everybody, and really, I don't really care. I don't really care because it's nobody's trip but my own. I started tripping out because when I started telling my story, like when the tarot reader would say like my story, and I would make a comment or whatever. Like one day I actually started reading other people's comments, and that basically they were saying like they were going through the same thing that I was going through, and I was like, okay, like how many people could really be going through this? Like this is kind of crazy, but it has happened and it does happen and it is happening because it's not just a personal thing, it's a government thing. It's the matrix thing where it's going on down the line, like these people from the top, like they have you pegged down as being a certain uh, in a certain category where people could fuck with you, and they think that you don't have because you're homeless, you don't have backup, or because you're homeless that like what is she gonna what are they gonna do, what are they gonna do if I take their money, what are they gonna do, basically. And especially like this crowd, because they had the police, judges, and attorneys, and all these people helping them, and so you know I never known that I was the chosen one until just yesterday, whatever, where it got confirmed to me. I had one tarot reading that I've done. We're actually paid for the reading myself, and he told me I was the chosen one. But to me, I think everybody's chosen. Everybody has the chance to come here on Earth and do the best they can and to align with God or whatever. But nobody cares. Nobody wants to know about God. Nobody wants to know about any of that stuff because everybody's self gratification, and we're so um, uh, programmed to accept violence and accept all these things that happen, and 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 it's awful, like um, we all need love. People need love. It's just ingrained in us. This is what we're here for, um, this this concept of separation. There is no separation, like if now that we're all one, and energy is all we are. We're not really solid, that we're just all energy, and how we take in energy and whatever, you have to kind of sort of realize that this is what it is, this is how it is, and we have to start adapting to that. And there's so many things that are coming that are good and bad. It just depends what you want to see. It's just like every day we make choices as you get up, and how am I going to be today? What kind of day am I going to have? Are you going to have um, you could choose to let people push your buttons, but why give somebody that power? You know what I mean? Why give somebody else the power to control your life, control how you feel, control how you react, or whatever? And believe me, I say that very lightly because I used to think of myself as somebody who really kept their temper and stuff, but it was just like just every day ongoing, everything. I mean, it takes a lot of getting used to and just being used to it, but and it's sad that I had to get used to that. I had to get used to being abused. I had to get used to um you know going in my cabinet thinking I'm going to cook dinner, and oh, there's what, that's gone, this is gone, this is gone, this is gone, and basically having to go to the store every day because like people are going in taking your food, and the clothes you buy, toothpaste, toilet paper, everything. They've been stripping me down of everything, and God tells me, like, okay, just think about it. If they would have asked you for it, you would have gave it to them, and that's true. I would have given it to him, and I thought long and hard, and I said, I've never denied anybody something that I had, especially, if I had it and I wasn't using it or whatever, you know, give it to them, let them have it, right? And because when they were breaking into my storage before I moved into a place, I had a storage, and they were constantly breaking in my storage, and I could tell because shit would be moved or whatever. But I thought to myself, okay, and I knew who was doing it. It was my friends. I was just thinking, well, they're a bunch of thieves, and I know they're thieves, so like, well, it wasn't out of their character to do that, but at the same time, like now they break in my home when I'm asleep. They break in my home as soon as I um, go down to throw trash in the dumpster. Somebody's coming in my house getting stuff. Money for my purse, but whatever they take. And so like just dealing with this every day, every day, every day, and then making me um, listen to all their bullshit right next door, right? And then them acting like, oh, they're the number A1 citizens. Oh, I'm this, I'm that, and I could give a shit what they say. I could give a shit what they say. But anyway, so today is going to be kind of short. So I'm going to kind of dye my hair again because I'm going to start to transform into who I want to be. And surprising things is I just want to be me. I just want to be me, and I'm happy being me. I don't. I don't need a big crowd. I've always kind of been popular, but I don't need a big crowd, and I think just the confirmation has helped me a lot because I was really confused, okay, because I'm getting messages and then I hear messages or whatever, and they're not for me and they don't even describe me how I really am, and um and I started to stress, like because I was sort of kind of I was on the timeout because I didn't want to take my twin back a while back, but so God put me on a timeout and said, okay, now you're not going to get money until later, and and to me, I thought to myself, oh, well, it's not like I'm used to having money anyway. So, I'll deal with, like my punishment, whatever, my timeout. And now it's not going that way. It's because, everybody says, like, don't take him back, don't this, don't that. And everybody has their own opinions, but I still don't really know what I'm going to do yet because really he hasn't ever, attempted to try, like, he left me a message. Oh, hi, I need a friend. It's not never called back, and I've already expected that from him because that's what he was like before. So to me, I mean, like, um, to me, I don't think that was making no offering. I don't think that was nothing, and I never even said yes or no. You know, I just sort of kind of made a comment like, "Wow, like you just pop in like this," after all this that's going on. Um, and to me, what's hurt me the most is, like if it is true that he's being blackmailed and all that, like he has his little alibi for whatever happened, that's fine, you know. But I if I was seeing people attack us, like if I walked up and somebody was attacking somebody that I know and somebody that I have feelings for or whatever, I would have never been able to sit back and watch them be stabbed and stabbed over and over again, and that's sort of kind of where I look at it. And then I think, he's had plenty of chances to pick me this whole time and he's never picked me, like why now all of a sudden I should pick him, and I was told it's not really about me, and it's not really about him. It's what we came here to do, and what we're supposed to do, and I have to stay open to that, and I have to do my part. If he does come, I have to give him the chance to speak to me and give him the chance to explain, and we'll take it from there. And that's all I can say. But so my I am God, like he said, put me to the test, and I'm going to start putting him to the test every chance I get, because God is good. He loves us, and He just wants the best for us. We have to have the best for ourselves, you know. As you guys know, I've had a traumatic life, and I'm so used to um, blocking, numbing, um, ignoring how people disrespect me, and not thinking I was good enough to stick up for myself. Or I told myself if I did stick up for myself, you know, how would I ever win when there's so many people against me, And that goes in jobs, in relationships, in, um, you know, business transactions, anything, And so um, I just want to be the best version of me. And yes, I want to look nice. Of course, who doesn't want to look nice, It's just the life that I was living. It didn't, who was I going to get dressed up for? To go walk in the park and then come home, Um, and so now that I'm opening myself up to more of the business sense, and I need to and not play the part, because this is what my whole thing was at this whole time is like, everybody was saying act like who you want to be, and I had nobody that I wanted to be like, you know what I mean? I just wanted to be able to be me, and I don't understand why I'm getting all this throwback on just me just living my life. And now I understand why, because of my mission of what I'm here to do, and um, I need to complete it not for anybody else but for me, because I know that what's happening in my life and why I am where I'm at, and um, taking responsibility is changing the stuff that's not right. Um, Man, that's all I got to say. But thank you for joining me here today. And I am God. Thank you.